Here's one for you. Where's the longest promenade in the world? Oh my goodness, controversy. Come with me, you won't miss a turn. Is he going to arrest me? 25.2 kilometres. Yeah, so the longest promenade in the world is 25 kilometres, and it's here in Lanzarote. So it goes from Puerto del Carmen, Farallon's end of the strip. So we're right at sort of the old town end of the strip really, and this is where the fun starts. 25 kilometres to Costa Teguise. So if you fancy renting a bike or you've brought your own, nice flat ride along the coast. There's been some alterations to the route, improvements and small changes. So already we're along at Matagorda. Just watch for traffic. We'll go right at this roundabout, back onto the bike path. Yeah, so we're 5 kilometres in already. This is Matagorda, so there's obviously this is the bike lane all the way along here. We've come from down there, we're going up there, and these are the views. Cafes galore. If this is your first stop, sorted. There's some swanky places along here at Matagorda, like this joint here for example, Lava Beach. That's lots of stars. There's Aussie's cafe next to it. Great for breakfasts or a little beer stop or whatever you fancy. Voila! Getting waved at. Oh my goodness, controversy. Is he going to lock me up? Is he going to arrest me? No. That's good. This is the beach you can expect along here as well if you're staying at Matagorda. There's already plenty of runners and riders out. It's quite early. Here we are at the airport, about just over 6 kilometres. So if you're a budding plane spotter, this is where you want to be. And if you time it right or you're patient enough, you'll get shots like these. And don't forget, you can ride along here on anything, and I mean anything. Sure, they're having fun. So if you are in Puerto del Carmen, don't forget, you can hire bikes from all over. There's 2 good hire bike shops near the Farallon's end, and there's a beauty near the San Antonio end called Free Motion. There's also Bike Sensations, which is about halfway along the strip. You can get them for half a day or whatever you fancy. Take you through Playa Honda next. It's off the front and you're sharing the road with, obviously with cars and stuff, but it's all fine. They know you're there, they're expecting you to be there. It's cool, so don't be worried about mixing it with a bit of traffic because there's no need. So we're just coming towards the end of the runway now. This is Playa Honda. So here's the deal. You've got to follow these signs. There's been a few bad accidents along the front involving cyclists, and they've just sort of banned it really. So you're nice and safe through the town, don't worry. I'll show you where we go. Okay, we'll just do a right here down this slope. Now there is a toilet block here if you get this far and you feel the need. We're at 9 kilometres according to this. Okay, so as soon as you're on the road, you'll see this red painted lane that we've got. Been here years, no problem. Traffic all know it's there and stuff. Everybody gives you a wide berth, so that's good. So we'll come first off the roundabout there, and then head along this road. This is 10 kilometres from where we started, so if you want to leave your bike here, lock it up or even take it with you and go down that way as if you're heading back. There's some cracking cafes there and the views are great. Then we'll just take a nice easy right here, check for traffic, no bother. At the top of here, we'll do a left, then a right, then another right, then a left. Simples. Yeah, so you've got that little bit there where you go back onto the path, and then you need to just have a good look here. Make sure there's no one coming. And that's it, we're through Playa Honda. And we've arrived at Arrecife. There's a Grand Hotel, floor 17 for a coffee and a cake and a view. You can leave your bikes outside. There's a lift to the top. There's one. Yes, so nearly 15k and 30 metres of elevation, which is like pan flat. Hola! Pan flat. And this is the ride into Arrecife. These are lovely bars, these, and cafes. And he's Santa. That is a big Santa sack. I must have been really good this year. I'm going to have to come off the bike track and go on the road here. There's no option really. Hola.
Hola.
Floor 17. Okay, here we go. Same as Playa Honda, they all know you're here. They're expecting you to be here, and that's how they overtake you. So nothing to worry about. Arrecife Marina. So at this point we've got to make a bit of a choice. If we go right and go over that little bridge there, you can ride your bike all the way along there. There's a lovely cafe at the top, you can have a look at the boats. That's 16 kilometers to here, so if you did that and went back, 32. Or we can go left and we can crack on. We'll go right round there and crack on along there, and we end up in Costa Teguise. I'll go left. So we've been seeing some SOS bike stations. What are these all about then? Any problems with your bike, you can hang it on here while you do any adjustments or anything like that. And there's even a pump for your tyres. How cool is that? You'll go down the switchbacks. Whoop whoop. This is magic. And it is pretty busy, isn't it? For 11 o'clock in the morning. I don't even think it's 11.
Where we go?
25.2 kilometres. Lovely. Hope you enjoyed that. And if you fancy a beer and a curry, we'll do that on the next one. See you then. Ciao for now.